Hello, we are going to talk today about another very important piece of project-based learning, and that is the piece where students are learning to reflect, and you're using different formative assessments to both give and receive feedback, as well as the students. So the formative assessments actually should take place throughout the entire project. You should impose those in and plan those in very specifically throughout the project, and we'll talk a little bit more about how that applies to the calendar when we talk about the calendar piece of your project. But students need feedback on their product as well as the process. So if you're giving and they're receiving constructive feedback throughout the whole process, they're learning to take that feedback and grow with it and make their product and processes better. Just like we do every day as educators, we learn and revise. But in your book on page 69, if you pick it up and read that page, it talks specifically about why it's important for students to reflect and to give feedback and what they do with it. So on page 69, it talks about the giving and receive. It talks about teaching the kids to both give and receive the feedback that is helpful, specific, and kind. But it also talks about the importance of students being able to accept those reflections from both you and the peer and use them to help revise what they're doing and to help edit and improve upon their project and the process that they're doing. I highly encourage you to read the pages of formative assessment in your books. In the book, it talks about 3 different ways in which you can do these reflective processes and teach the kids to do them with each other. One of them is the charrette protocol, and I experienced this at the PBL Institute that I did in Lincoln during our training, and I thought it was a phenomenal way for students to, or us, to give and receive feedback, and it really did help make our processes better just by this form of collaboration and constructive feedback. And we'll learn more about the charrette protocol hopefully in one of our meetings where we're actually together. We'll get to practice one of those. But there will be more information on those in the Canvas course as well. I'll provide a video and some instructions on how to do that. Another reflective process that they talk about is the gallery walk, and we've actually done different forms of that throughout different professional developments, but we did do the gallery walk with our design question with you guys when we met the first time, where you posted your design question and you had your peers walk around and ask questions and provide feedback on sticky notes, and then you were able to take that back and hopefully revise and edit your design questions. And we'll probably be doing more of those as we meet again, just to practice with those. Another one the book suggests is the tuning protocol, and this one is where they get together in small groups, and then they use phrases like I wonder, I like, I have, and use those statements to give constructive feedback and to help their peers effectively modify or change their processes or products. Now, another piece of the book, it talks about the rubrics and how to correctly use rubrics within the PBL process. It's on page 70 of your book, and I, again, would encourage you to read those. But it talks about the idea that your rubrics should keep your content skills separate, or your knowledge skills separate from your success skills. And we talked about, like, the content, of course, is your content, but the success skills are things like collaboration and presentation and innovation, those pieces. So whichever of those you choose in your rubric or within your rubric, you're supposed to have those on a separate line so that the kids can see those as a separate piece within the same rubric. Also talked about in the rubric piece of this is the fact that students should be given these rubrics early so that they are used as more of a form of guidance for the kids and to help identify what is expected and what they can do. And then as they go through the reflective processes with the charrette protocol, Galleria walk, and all of that, they can refer back to those rubrics, not only to give the feedback, but to help modify their projects to make them stronger and their processes to make them stronger. So again, in the Canvas course, I will be providing additional resources of which you can go and check out these different, the tuning protocol, the charrette protocol, and I'll provide instructions in there of the ones I found on how to do this. And again, hopefully we'll get a chance to practice those in person as well. So please make sure you check out your book on those pages and check out the examples that they provide in the book, because they're also wonderful, and it highlights how you can impose those or how you should be putting those into your PBL plan.